Drop back to 11. Couples will work from the left-hand rough.
Yeah, got a decent lie on the downslope, right about 140, but right back into the teeth of that wind. Whole location all the way on the back. He carried all the way back there. That's on a good line if it's the right club. Got to get up though. Well, when you look at his, the distance, he hasn't really lost distance over the years. 63 years old. I look back at his first year on the PGA Tour Champions. It's maybe a couple yards here and there, but overall, he still kept the distance. I think a lot of it is with that long swing, but when you have a bad back, that does change things.
Well, and not the conditions. If you struggle with your back, you're not looking forward to cold, wet, windy conditions either. They can stiffen up on you in a heartbeat.
I'm not looking forward to them either, I can tell you that. Tough day for Fred when it's cold, windy. You want to get it warm where you can keep that back loose, but solid start so far.
He holds the club so lightly on these pitch shots, it almost looks like the club's going to come flying out of his hands.
Yeah, almost like it's a one-handed chip as he releases it. Textbook right there.
A beautiful rhythm on that.
Just as I say, that kind of picks up as is downwind.
Look where he's aimed. We're looking from behind Jim. He's aimed at the cart path left of the green.
Well, the wind's left to right, but I don't know if it's that much. But if this is the right club, it could be really good.
And didn't really spin there as it takes off down the hill a little bit, but
speed's good.
Yeah, I would say he learned something. He got the pace right? Yeah, I think one of the hardest things, Jim, is making those adjustments and maintaining your confidence, because they can be a little distracting.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, the guys that hit it higher, when it is 5%, it's going to hit a little further than the guy that flights it. This gets left, it could be good.
Yeah, very good shot. The hardest thing about this whole location is there's only 15 feet of green behind.
Beautiful tee shot from Freddie here, Jim.
Yeah, I don't see much in this. I think he's got to keep it in a hole. I saw Willie Wood have a similar putt earlier today, and he kept it out to the right too much. Yeah, nice. Well deserved there.
Rips it in. First birdie on the card since the 4th earlier in the day. Coming off his 3rd birdie of the round, Fred Couples, tee at 15.
Yeah, I had to wait a little bit for the group ahead of him. It's really coming down now. And that's going towards the left, but the rough's not bad over there. Depends if it stays away from the trees.
Well, it wasn't bad to start the day. Getting a little stickier as the rain intensifies, though.
And out to right here, back into the wind to see if he can control the spin.
Didn't look like he liked it.
He shouldn't.
Didn't catch the ball the way he intended. To be on a good line, comes up short though.
Travel back to 15. Long par saver for Couples.
Yeah, these guys couldn't hit this stretch of 13, 14, 15 at the wrong time here. But about 35 feet. Swings right to left early. Slow, and then it levels off. But I'm still happy. I'm getting to see some pretty good golf in these conditions. I learned a lot about patience watching these 3 guys today, because boy, you have to have it.
Put a club in your hand, would see how that smile on your face looked.
Yeah, the patience was going out the door too. And Freddie's got this going way left.
It's on the green. I don't know if I've ever seen a release like that and have the ball end up on the green.
We wouldn't be doing this job if we invented it. A much easier putt. See if he can get the speed on this one. He can get the speed or the line.
All right, Couples able to drip that one in. Salvage par here. Stay at -1. And we'll keep it right here with Couples.
Yeah, 77 is his actual number. That shot he hit on the last hole is one of the worst he's hit all day. See if he can kind of correct it on this one. Straight downwind. Maybe a little left to right. A little bit more cross, I guess, now.
Tracer Technologies presented by TrackMan.
Tracer should say it went left. But it catches the green.
Yeah, not bad though. Hole high. It's only about 25 feet, maybe 30 feet tops. It's an innocent looking hole location, but you get up there and see all the undulations. It's anything but.
These guys have all been shaking their heads on this one.
Not a whole lot of mojo flowing in this group at the moment, Jim.
It left a while ago. I think that just the conditions just kind of beat them up.
Couples tee shot away at the last.
Yeah, it's going up that left side, trying to cut back. Always felt like his tee lines up to the right.
He'd have to bounce it in the rough, which would be a daring shot. Looks like Freddie laid it up down there, Jim.
He did, right at just over 100 yards. I mean, he could have probably tried to go, but he was 230 on the downslope, and I don't know if he could get out that close, like you said, with Jerry's ball. His ball released all the way back to the green. I like this play here where he laid it up.
Jim, how is important in playing a wedge shot like this, particularly with a longer swing like Freddie has? How important is your footwork?
Footwork?
They don't talk much about footwork anymore.
We don't.
The
No, because
game's
we look
become more flat-footed.
Yeah.
Watch his feet here. He has marvelous feet the way he uses them.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a Scotty Scheffler, and so that footwork goes out the door sometimes. But you're right. I think it's more about his rhythm. He doesn't get too steep with these either.
Nice quiet feet. The weight moves gracefully to that front side. He knew he didn't quite hit it. Comes up just a smidgen short.
Yeah, it takes me to about 14 or 15 to do that these days.
I think, Jim, great players like Freddie, they don't play golf. They are golf.
True.
They are the game. It's just who they are.
Birdie at the last. Yes, sir.
What a pretty stroke that was. So smooth.
2 under par round of 68 for Couples to start the week in Calgary.
It was pretty impressive. It was, you know, he had the one bogey, but he was pretty solid.
And a great time alongside Griffin Flesch there, who was on the bag for that final round of 60 when Freddie won in North Carolina last fall. Expected to come back and defend his title in October. Birdie back at 16. This will be his 4th of the second 9.
Jim Gallagher talked yesterday about putting strokes and swings matching your personality. Well, Freddie's putting stroke matches his. Watch how it's, particularly when he's putting well, it's just kind of long and smooth. Just kind of smooth through the ball, nothing too abrupt. A little quick maybe in takeaway, but not through the ball.
We'll go to 18. Freddie's going to take on the par 5.
It's my favorite golf swing to watch. I think everybody has a swing or two that really kind of excites them. They like to watch. For me, it's Freddie. His rhythm and combination of rhythm and power. I could watch him hit balls all day long. And then he hits them like that, too, on top of it.
Some guys will make other touring professionals stop on the range and admire that action. And 2 brilliant shots into the 18th for Couples.
Coming down the hill, swinging a little bit to his right. Not a big breaker. May have pulled it just a bit. Or giving it too much speed. Kind of went off in his hands just a little bit there.
There's Freddie's comebacker for birdie at the last. That's the way he ended his round yesterday as well, playing with the defending champion Jerry Kelly there. And Tim O'Neill, good time was had by all.
But there's just, to the eye, you just don't see the break unless you know, are able to do what I did and roll 5 or 6 balls to see it.
Freddie Couples unable to close out his week in Calgary with a birdie. The champion here when he defeated Billy Andrade in a playoff 9 years ago. Was hopeful after a 67 yesterday, but